Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Right. Yeah. Oh, we was to finally have this stress taken off your shoulders.
Yeah, and have my life back.
What's the first thing you plan to do?
Go hug my son.
Mr. Govan, you haven't smiled all this week, but obviously you have a lot to smile about. Just tell me just about what you're feeling in right now.
Like I said, it's kind of hard to explain the feeling of getting your life back, you know, just from 12 people, you know, so I'm just blessed, and I'm just ready to go see my son.
What was going through your head when you were waiting for the verdict this morning?
Nervousness, you know, of course, it's natural, but I got a team around me that was very confident and supportive, so without them, it wouldn't be no me. I just want to thank again Manny, Robert, Haley, Beth, Handel, Contrell, Leanne, and just everybody that played a part in proving my innocence.
You heard your attorney say if you're black and poor in Memphis, this is what happens. What would be your words of advice?
Leave Memphis.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Guys, that's Govan right after court. Gotta make sure you hit that like button right now. Right now, hit the like button. But here's OG, you there?
Yeah, I'm right
What?
here.
Okay, OG. He comes out of court. Govan went through a tough 3 days because it wasn't no long trial. It was a very short trial. It was in and out. Boom, bam, boom. Get this nigga out of my room. You know, what do you see in the speech that he gave afterwards, the victory speech?
Man, I'm understanding what he's saying. It's been a long 4 years. He done been indicted on this thing, sitting in jail all this time, and he say he getting his life back, but his life will never be the same now. You know.
Oh yeah.
He can't take back 3 years. So but they gonna give him back for it's not wrongful conviction. You know, they don't count the county jail going to court like they do in prison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he went through a court and he got found not guilty, and they don't pay you for that shit. So he said he want to, you know, go hug his son and, you know, try to get back on track. He said he's getting his ass out of Memphis.
OG, let's. I want to tackle this thing, man. A lot of people, when this verdict came out, was very upset, flagrant in the when we did our you know, just our review on it. A lot of people in the comments said that he gonna get his day. A lot of people said that he was a part of this. Said that he was. You don't care what the people say. A lot of people are really pretty much upset about it. I didn't really see a lot of people saying congratulations like I thought I would, but a lot of people felt like there was injustice and that he did have something to do with it. But the courts found him not guilty. What do you say about people who still the naysayers and trying to figure out a way to convict him and saying that he's a dead man walking?
Man, that's so crazy. I just talked to a lady earlier today about the same type of incident, and Negroes are so hateful. Now, out of all them comments, there wasn't one white person that said none of this. This is all people that look like us.
Correct.
And 90% of them ain't got a dog in the fight.
Okay.
And if somebody paid them to go kill Govan, they wouldn't do it. But they'll make these little comments. Every dog get his day. He had something to do with it, else he wouldn't have never got arrested. How in the hell do you know?
So it's a thing where they parked the car in front of his house. It was bonehead mistakes put there. But the text messages seemed to add up somewhat of them conversating with him. They had that part, but that's all they had. But when he was conversating with him, I don't think, just like I told you about Diddy, and me and you talked about this, they got him wrong. They didn't get him for the RICO, so that the people didn't push down the RICO, right? But on this case right here, I think, again, you tried to make this man the mastermind of this whole situation, the kingpin, but that's not the way the people seen it. So this thing here is beyond a reasonable doubt when you're being tried. And I think the jury take that so serious because of them having to live with this the rest of their life in order to take somebody's life. So when you get them in there and you charge them with something, if it's not the exact charge or if it's not right, the people are not going to buy into it because you didn't get them and even put them in a position to be charged with the right charge. A lot of times this is the way things happen, and people don't want to convict you on something that they don't feel that was the right charge to give you. Are you there?
Yeah, well, that could be. And, you know, like I say again, it's such a turnover in the South by the jury. Complexion is changing, and that the people can more or less identify, the citizenry can identify with what, okay, maybe this, I told you the other day that we had a judge out here in California. They called him the Santa Claus judge, a federal judge, Judge Hatter. And Judge Hatter, during the big crack epidemic, and they were putting brothers in federal prison for 20 years for rock cocaine and giving white boys 5 years for the same amount of cocaine, but just because it's powder.
Okay.
So, and Judge Hatter was saying that just because a person know about something, like he said in one case, if you ask him about some guns, he would show you guns. If you ask him about some liquor, he knew where liquor was. If anything Govan was a middleman. He heard something from a friend that knew a friend that knew a friend and knew a junkie that needed something, and he told him how to go get it.
Oh, and you said that early on. You early on said that he was far from the kingpin, or you basically were already saying that's not what this is. You was able to identify with that as soon as I was saying it, because that's what the articles was reading. That's what people were posting, and I was like, this is what they're saying. Of course, we knew that the case was watered down, that it wasn't a lot of substantial evidence pointing to that. But how was you so quickly able to identify with this? This ain't even the charge.
When you listen at what Cordelia said and what Govan was a dope dealer. He's selling pills to pill heads.
Yeah.
That's a different from a music executive, right?
Right.
So he said that he had been buying pills from Govan all the time. And he went there to get some pills because at that time he was on pills.
Right.
So he went and Govan told him that he got a list from Juke that indicated some people on Young Dolph that could get taken for some money, and asked him, did he want to make some money? And if whatever he did, would he give, if he did it, would he give him $10,000? He agreed to it. But Govan never was in with Johnson.
Correct.
Smith hooked up Johnson. And they got it together, and they allegedly, they got the weapons from Govan. But we never substantiated that.
Correct. That never was a thing where they had they didn't show no proof of that, is what you're saying. And no proof at all. They just saying it, and you could say, a pair of lips will say anything. Let me watch the rest of this video that he had to, hold on one second.
Plan on leaving Memphis, sir?
Of course.
Was there any point throughout the week where you're like, you know what, I'm still nervous, prior to the verdict? Was there any point where it's like, I don't know which way it's going to go?
I've been nervous for 4 years.
How does it feel to be at the end of this 4-year journey that you've been on?
It feels great. I just feel like I've been born again. I get a chance to restart my life and and do some positive things.
Do you think that this verdict will change how the court system is working here in Memphis?
As corrupt as this system is, I doubt it.
Wow, as corrupt as this system is, I doubt it. Is the way he ended that speech. As corrupt as this system is, I doubt it. He definitely, man, you know, to be sitting there like that for years and not being able to, you know, to be having to deal with this for years, even if you're out and you're dealing with this, just the shout and the cloud of anything being over your head like this is a real big deal for a person who basically is being, you know, something being pinned against him, and you don't have the evidence lined up to even have him there. But so quick to put us in jail and not even have a conviction, but just because of the hey man, we believe you were the one that did this. I believe that part of the law, I don't agree with it. If you don't have substantial evidence to convict somebody, a grand jury or whoever, now that he's gotten out in 4 years, the people who convicted him, all of them need to be brought back to question and never to be brought back on a grand jury again. The DA or whoever prosecuted him should be called out on this for losing money to this, you know, for this whole situation, even putting it up. I think everybody, including the people who basically did all the naysaying and all that and tried to hold him in all these positions, need to be challenged on what they done so they could never do it to a person again. Those people, or credibility, should be dinged because of this, is what I believe. OG, do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, most. I mean, you know, in the way this system works, but then you look at it like this: this dude set up and had to go through this system, and out of this system, even though he was wrongfully accused, he had to go through the whole drama of that, but he got found not guilty. Just think of the 100,000 blacks that didn't do nothing and either took a plea just to get out of this, to get this whole thing, I'm tired of fighting, and they scary as hell, or went to trial and got wrongfully convicted.
You're right, OG.
So he's one out of 100,000 blacks that's been arrested. Half of them get so scared when they tell them, well, you know, and he got through the pool because of Smith and Johnson, and he couldn't have, because if he had used the public pretender, it would have been a conflict of interest.
Correct.
Since he was involved in this conspiracy. So he had to get a court-appointed attorney, get a paid attorney. That the attorney talking about he took the case pro bono and he felt so, but he was commissioned for it from the beginning.
Okay.
But now you have 90% of blacks that go to jail, that get arrested for maybe a crime they didn't commit, or the crime wasn't even that serious.
Yes.
Just a crime against itself, carrying some dope or walking someplace and getting arrested for 2 rocks and $20 and getting a possession for sales, and you're looking at 20 years, but I can get you 10. You know, they'll probably give you 25 because, you know, you had a traffic ticket 2 years ago, and Scared is illiterate, and he takes 10 years.
Damn.
For something that he could have got a drug diversion for.
Come on now. It's crazy how they pin people and put people in situations. I want to key in on this. People are mad because young Dolph is dead, and Yo Gotti is still around and doing things and being successful, and they want to implement him so bad that I heard, you know, people come out big shows and say, you know, Gotti, you will be next, and they basically now still gunning for, this is just, they put him away just so that they didn't do him no justice because they looking for the big fish. They want to set this whole thing up, and I'm like, where are you getting this stuff from? Because there's nothing out there showing this. So these are people's opinions. And so they want to see him go down for what's happening, even because him and Dolph didn't get along. They both were the artists, right? And they want to see Yo Gotti from CMG because CMG been mentioned the whole time in this whole situation, but they was mentioning Juke. They never mentioned Yo Gotti. You know what I mean? So why do you think the people fighting so hard to try to come up against the artist Yo Gotti because they had rap beef? Is that something that, do you think that'll, I don't think that'll ever stop, OG. I think people gonna continue to do that, trolling like that.
That's the psychic of a Negro. We always worship dead heroes. You're nothing while you are alive. Wasn't nobody following Malcolm when Malcolm was alive. When Malcolm was with the Nation of Islam, these Negroes was not trying to have it. But now that Malcolm's dead, Malcolm is such a hero. Martin Luther King begged Negroes. Begged them. Like when you was giving the quote the other day and you tried to give this far-fetched quote.
Well, I did. If I gave a quote, then it was pretty accurate. And I might have paraphrased, but my stuff be accurate. Now what are you talking about? What the hell you talking about, man?
Nothing at all, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. When I quote Farrakhan or whoever, you better take it to the bank, homie.
I took it to, we couldn't, because you couldn't find
Listen, man. Listen, man. Farrakhan said this. He said, Frederick Douglass said, power concedes to nothing without a demand. But power won't even concede to a demand when it looks as if it's coming from a weak constituency who has lost his testicular fortitude. When I quote something, believe me, you could take it to the bank, OG. I am very, very, very keen. I'm very keen on what was going on in my political world when I assessed it. So don't come for me this morning. Don't come for me this morning. Like I told you, don't come for me. I'm one of them ones, man. And if I tell you a duck can pull a truck, listen, if I tell you a duck can pull a truck, OG, you better hook him up.
That's something you heard from your grandfather.
If I tell you a duck can pull a truck, you better hook him up.
The duck in the truck, his bill will be broke down. I'll tell you about the duck in the truck. And while I was just saying about Mr. Farrakhan that you beat up my quote, and now you done went and researched it and ready for it. But I appreciate that you went and studied, But I was just saying, the next time you use a quote, use one of Martin Luther King.
Oh, I got so many of his. He said, let justice run down as water and righteousness as a mighty stream. That's what Martin Luther King said. Let judgment run down like water and righteousness as a mighty stream. Yeah, I got quotes from everybody.
But yeah, you got quotes. You got those old Negro spiritual quotes. Use the quote that he did when he went to Washington. Before he said anything about I have a dream, he said, I have come to Washington with a check that has bounced for the Negro, and I've come to collect.
I remember that. But he did say that he said, I've been to the mountaintop. He quoted Exodus. And I took a look over and I seen the promised land. He wanted to see little black boys and little white girls walking together. Well, I think that's gonna happen because there's little mixed kids everywhere now.
Yeah, you got a bunch of mutt babies.
Watch yourself, son. So watch yourself.
When we had legitimate, because the biggest situation, and we're getting off the point.
We are way off the point because we was talking about Govan and Yo Gotti and them trying to implement Yo Gotti and being so mad about Yo Gotti not basically being incriminated.
We were discussing why they were mad at Yo Gotti, and I just brought up off the point that he had an attorney. And we had a plethora of black people going to prison for the ignorance dealing with public pretenders.
Okay.
So that's how we got off subject, the Gotti and Govan, and I apologize for that. But
It's okay. Sometimes you do wonder.
Veer
off.
My element.
Yeah.
So I was just, and it's some things that I do want us to know, because one of the biggest things that happened to us, that the devil created and made us buy into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the people that came from wherever they came from, if they talking about Africa, they're Kunta Kinte, when he came here, he knew he was a man, right?
Right.
Kunta Kinte and the black people that came over here on the good ship Jesus knew they were men.
Right.
And they stood on it as being a black man, right?
Right.
Now the devil came up with some chicanery. And he says that black people were 3/5 human being, right?
Right.
Now, you was 100% a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the devil told you wasn't but 3/5 of a devil.
Wow.
And you know what you said? No, I'm a devil just like you.
So.
And now you want to be, it was even in the Nation of Islam. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad never called black people human beings. In the scripture, in all texts of the Bible, it said God made man, right?
Mm-hmm.
He never made a human being. A human being is a prototype of man.
Wow. Yeah. I get where you're coming from, but then, OG, that's the quotes
So
and
now-
wait a minute. Let me say this before you say language and barriers of language change throughout history. So when you started making these quotes, and that's what a lot of the nation and a lot of the people do when they get so, because y'all some smart, y'all always got intelligence. Let me just say this. But what about the times when the language barriers change? I'm not gonna stay on this too long, but you had all type of language to change from Hebrew, Aramaic, Arabic, Greek, now the human language. Y'all used to say, "What's up, Jack?" Now we be like, "What's up, my guy?" or "What's up, my Nick?" So the language changes, OG. So I watch what y'all be doing, man. Y'all will change some stuff up in a minute, man. Y'all change the stuff up. Human beings might not even been talked about during that time like that. The language barrier changed, man. I trips off y'all, man.
Wait a minute. No. Human beings, white America has never professed from the time they got here. They've never professed being a man. We're all in the human race. You can't get an intelligent white man to ever. Well, right now they're doing it because it's technology. But before, in the 50s and before that, when white America was talking, they talked about being part of the human race. We're all part of the human race.
Correct, but they popularized a lot of stuff in speeches and stuff that they said as the language barriers changed from different times, man. You know that.
Okay, well, Yo Gotti is not caught up in the language barrier. He's caught up in the Negro barrier. And as long as he stay close with his white daddy, he'll be all right.
Oh, damn! So he hang out with Jay-Z too. That's Jay-Z and them partner. They got him. They got him right over there. He propped up.
You was getting ready to say something about it, then you thought about it. He hang with Jay-Z, so you know he got to watch that.
He propped up. But they got that bread over there at CMG, and they got a lot of dope artists. And I think a lot of time when you doing great and you pushing and the other guy not here no more, a lot of time people still holding grudges, and man, families, because it was a legitimate going back and forth, and everybody in the public eye seen that, but it's not playing out the way that the people would have liked. And at the end of the day has to end. Does this thing keep going? Do they keep applying the pressure toward making this a thing with Yo Gotti because of the rap lyrics that Dolph left? This is the thing. The rap lyrics that Dolph left and the things that he was saying about Gotti, and he was talking about Juke. They did a whole video. I sent it to you. Don't play with me, play with your B. This is the way this thing was going.
Well, we can say the same thing about Mo 3 and Yellow Beezy.
Okay.
So they trying to tie him up, Yellow Beezy in a conspiracy. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, because of rap lyrics, because of what was being said, and also because of actions too, because of a lot of things that were happening during those times that made it look as if this stuff was running parallel.
Made it look like
Yeah.
and then it's just like saying, okay, now the guy is saying something about Yellow Beezy paid $40,000 for the hit, and whether they have any phone records or any monetary, but then you got my man, my hero.
Here we go.
Boy Freddie. Now everybody's saying, well, they're gonna get Trap Boy Freddie next because he went to the scene. His lyrics said this, so he was involved because him and Yellow Beezy, they together. But is that going really? Is it gonna tie him to this too?
Well, like I said, I doubt it. I don't know. You don't know what people are doing. They make these. That's why I don't like this fogginess, because we don't know what the hell is going to happen because of the way that the justice system sometimes is tainted, and that's where it's gloomy. It's gloomy, and you can twist and turn it. It's wicked. It's wicked furniture type stuff. It's wicked.
It's not gloomy at all. It's that we're such prey. Just like you say, you have all of these comments that he's going to get what he deserves and this and this and that, but we won't support each other.
That's 100% right, OG. I got to agree with you, even though I don't like you. And I always tell you I don't like what you're doing and how you said it, but I got to agree with that.
That ain't what you're saying.
What do I say? Well, I agree with you in private.
Man, when we at home and shit, we talking you 100%.
I'm not with you at all, man. I ain't with you. Don't try to turn me with you. No. We not together. No. Well, I don't care about. I'm not cool with you in Vegas, and I'm not cool with you in Jamaica, and I'm not cool with you on. I'm cool with you. You my guy. But boy, when you get wrong, boy, I'm gonna get you right. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Just like you sick UFO on me today too, right?
Oh yeah, shout out to UFO, who we ought to wake up. Really, it's early in the morning right now. This is the perfect time to call UFO this morning. But let me get off here, man. Guys, go check out what Govan said, and do you guys agree with him about getting out of Memphis? Should he stay or should he go? And also, let us know what you think about. Let us know what you think about them still trying to forcibly implement Yo Gotti into this whole situation. How will this play out? Get in the comments. Let us know what you think. OG is giving his spiel. When someone dies, then they pretty much it throws an outrage and an uproar against the whole situation. But at the end of the day, if you're still watching, OG, what was the last thing we talked about? Was it Govan them yesterday?
No, the last thing we talked about was Govan, but we were talking about Miss Cantrell and getting her hoochie on.
Oh, okay, Miss Cantrell. Okay, no, we talked about my boy. He got released. He got captured. The guy, what's his name? Khalil.
Khalil Brown.
Man, Khalil Brown should be somewhere right here, man, guys. Boss Talk 101, man. Reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see